In this video, I want to demonstrate how to complete a Revel assignment from your book. So Revel is the online component of your book, and your assignments will appear here in the dashboard. So if you click on dashboard, you should get the link to the assignment, and that will take you in directly. You must go in through that way. Now, for me, I can't do that, so I'm going to take you through the actual book. The assignment includes reading and then completing the quiz. So quizzes, I should say, plural. So when you go into an example here, let's say chapter 2, your assignment would include all of this, right? Reading, reading, and then these little stars indicate the quiz questions, and that makes up your assignment grade. So I'm going to take you into a sample. We'll go into 2.8 since that has several programming questions. And I want to show you how to use what's called Code Grade, which is their coding platform. Okay, so the first thing you should notice is you have question 1, but 1 out of 5. So you have 5 questions in this particular quiz. This is how you're going to move from question to question, and once you complete it, you can check your answer. You have unlimited attempts here. So I would do that, wait, complete all 5, and then when you're done and you're comfortable with what you've done, then you can click on Hand In and it will give you the points. So for example, in this first one, now I like to look over the goal. This assignment aims to help you develop an understanding of the correct program structure. Okay, got it. And the other thing I like to do, which may not be a popular choice, is I like to skip to the bottom. I feel like that's the punchline. You will need to write only the missing line, okay? So knowing that, then I can go and read the problem. Sometimes their problems are very long. And if you don't know exactly what they're looking for, you can get stuck in sort of the instructions and kind of trying to really understand when there's only one tiny little thing that you're responsible for doing. This here, if you hover your mouse over it, will allow you to resize your window. And if I go read the assignment instructions now, you're given a program designed to work with strings, okay? In order to use them, another library is needed in addition to IOString. We need the string library. So it says write the line necessary to include the correct library. And if I look over the code, I know that what's missing is up at the top, an include statement for the string library. And I'm going to get this one correct, right? There's nothing wrong there. I didn't make any mistakes, but let's click check your answer. And when you check your answer, it'll show you the results down below here. Notice that this is also resizable. Okay, so it tells me here I've got all the green check marks, so that means I'm correct. It here will tell me if I have any syntax errors, right? And then later it tells you, it tests it with data, so it's important to look through all of your results. Let's try another one. Let's go to this one here. Is this the one I was thinking of? No, that one's not too bad. Let's keep going. All right, we'll go into this last one here. And I want you to notice a couple of things. I want to make a mistake first, but let's go through what they're asking for. So again, learning to print the content of string variables on the screen. All right, so if I look over this code, there's a string variable there, right? They've created a name and they've given the name the text Phoebo. So now it says you will need to write only the statement to print out the variable. Include the semicolon if necessary. Okay, and now the problem. So given the following program, write the statement to print the following to the screen. They want this entire statement here that's in quotation marks. So take a look at it. Hello, Phoebo, right? There's Phoebo using the name variable, not the word Phoebo. How are you? So a couple of things I want to point out to you. Notice that there's a space between the comma and the name. Make sure you are outing that space. Notice that hello is uppercase. Make sure you have an uppercase H when you type this out. Notice those little tiny details, because if you make a mistake, it will mark that wrong. So let's add in the cout statement. So after the variable name is declared, I can go in and write in my cout. Okay. And it wants the word hello, comma, space. Then it wants the variable name. Okay, and notice that after FIBO displays, you have to show a comma here, and then I'm assuming a space, how are you? So make sure you have your comma, space. How are you? And then at the end, a semicolon. Now what if we make an error here? Let's leave out the comma and the space. Right? So if this were to display, you'd see FIBO, the O, followed immediately by the H, no space in between. And go ahead and check your answer. And notice that it tells you here that you have a mistake. The output is incorrect. All right? And so this is what they want. This is what you did. Right? Notice there's no comma space there. So it does give you some information. Found no match in your code. While a match was expected, that means this, right? There's no match here. So now you know I needed a comma space here. Check my answer again. Okay, I'm all good. Now, I haven't completed all 5 questions, but I'm going to go ahead and hand in so you can see what that looks like. And once you click hand in, it tells you there are still unanswered questions. Are you sure? I'm going to say yes. Okay, and it's still working here. You have to be patient with it. This is still going through. And it'll come up with a result. There we go. All right, so here I got 1 point, 1 of 1. Question 2, 0, because I didn't do it. Question 3, 0. Question 4, 0. And question 5, I got a 1 because I did it. All right, so keep that in mind as you're working on these. And the other things to look for, a couple things. If it asks you to write a statement, it wants a full statement with a semicolon. If it asks you to write an expression, no semicolon, it just wants exactly what it's asking for. So keep those little hints in mind as you're working on this, and of course, feel free to ask any questions.